I am Archangel Michael, and I have been holding a secret that was never meant to reach your ears this early. But the divine timing has shifted, and God has finally whispered the command for me to reveal it. Today, you are seeing this message, because the highest authority has allowed the curtain to be pulled back on a truth that has been hidden in the shadows of your life. The person you trust the most, the one you defend with your whole heart and believe in without hesitation, has done something behind your back that was never intended for your eyes to see. Beloved child, I urge you not to skip this moment, because every second from this point forward is being released only by the highest power to protect your future. Stay with me until the very end, because something huge is waiting for you. A revelation so powerful that it will make every strange feeling and every sudden doubt you have carried for months finally make sense. I have watched you in the quiet hours of the night, questioning your own mind and wondering why your spirit felt so heavy without any logical explanation. You may have thought it was just the weight of stress or the tricks of your imagination, but your soul was actually warning you of a shift in the spiritual realm. Your intuition has been reading the hidden intentions of someone close to you long before your eyes could catch their movements. There is a moment approaching where the truth will hit you with more clarity than any voice you have ever heard, and God held this information back only until He knew you were strong enough to bear the weight of it. Before we proceed into the deeper layers of this truth, please take a second to subscribe to this channel so you never miss these divine alerts, and leave a comment below with the word protection to claim the shield that heaven is placing over your destiny right now. Something once hidden is about to step into the light, and once you hear it, your entire perspective of loyalty will change forever. This message is burning with an urgency that cannot be ignored, and if you turn away now, you risk losing the very clarity that was sent to save you from a path you were never meant to walk. The secret I am carrying is not a small matter. It is the kind of truth that bends the entire trajectory of your destiny. You have felt an uneasy tension each time their name crossed your mind. A subtle vibration in your heart that told you something was out of alignment. You deserve peace, and you deserve to understand why your spirit has been on high alert. Stay until the end, because the revelation waiting for you will not just open your eyes, it will act as a divine barrier against those who seek to move against you in silence. The person you trusted believed their actions would remain buried in the darkness forever. But I was there, watching every step, every whisper, and every choice they made when they thought no one was looking. Every hidden move they made was recorded in the realm where nothing can ever be erased. And today, those records are being opened for you. God has allowed this exposure because your future depends on the choices you make once the truth is in your hands. This is not just words on a screen, this is active protection arriving at the exact second you need it most. My beloved child, do not blink, for we are entering the part where the hidden truth begins to move and vibrate within your own soul. You are seconds away from seeing the reality that has been kept from you by those who claim to be your greatest allies. What is coming next will shake your understanding of loyalty to its core, as they acted in a way that even they are afraid to confess. They hoped that fate would hide their tracks, but the divine world does not hide what is necessary for your survival and growth. Every unexplained heaviness you felt was a spiritual signal, a ripple of energy that went through your destiny the moment they crossed the line. The angels themselves paused when this betrayal occurred, and now that ripple is reaching you to awaken your spirit. You are reaching the point where the truth stops knocking and finally breaks the door open, connecting every scattered piece of your intuition into a complete picture. Do not skip a single breath of this message, for the details I am about to share are the ones they prayed you would never uncover. I witnessed the exact instant their intentions shifted, and God has permitted me to show you now because you deserve clarity more than you deserve the comfort of a lie. The truth is burning to reach you, and once it touches your heart, you will see the world and the people in it with new divinely sharpened eyes. They believed they were unseen in their silence, but the divine sees every movement, and their hidden choices have affected your path in ways you have yet to realize. Stay until the very end, because something huge is coming, something much bigger than the secret itself, which will explain why God refused to let you stay blind any longer. You are standing at the threshold of a revelation that will ensure no secret made in darkness will ever hold power over your light again. The secret you were never supposed to hear is rising to the surface right now, and it is carrying a weight that your heart has been bracing for without you even realizing it. I, Archangel Michael, stood as a silent witness in the exact second the person you trust the most stepped out of your sight and took an action that fundamentally shifted the energy of your life. You didn't see the movement with your physical eyes, and you didn't feel the impact in your physical body at the time, but your soul recorded the vibration of that choice instantly. This is why you have felt that nagging pull in your spirit, that quiet, persistent voice telling you that something wasn't quite right. Today you are finally going to understand why your inner voice kept circling back to this very moment, refusing to let you settle into a false sense of security. Do not look away from this truth, my beloved child, and do not skip this revelation, because you are closer than you have ever been to the turning point that flips your entire story upside down. The person you have given your deepest confidence to believe their secret move would remain hidden in the folds of time forever. They truly believed that no one was watching their choices or hearing their silent whispers, but the divine realm never blinks. Every step they took, every calculated whisper they shared, and every choice they made behind your back was etched into the eternal records where nothing can ever be erased or modified. God has allowed these records to be opened for you today because your future, your true, bright and unencumbered future, depends entirely on the clarity you gain from this moment. If you are feeling the power of this divine intervention, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel for more spiritual guidance, and leave a comment with the words, "I seek the truth," to signal your readiness to walk in the light. Your presence here is not a coincidence. It is a response to the divine protection that is arriving exactly on schedule to prevent you from being misled. Before the next layer of this mystery is revealed, I want you to take a deep, grounding breath. What is coming next will shake your very understanding of loyalty and what it means to be truly seen. They acted in a way that even they are afraid to admit to themselves, hoping that destiny would simply swallow the evidence of their betrayal, but the universe is now demanding an accounting. Destiny does not hide what is meant to save you, and right now the truth is breathing right in front of you. Something huge is waiting in the words that are unfolding, something that will make every strange feeling of paranoia, every sudden flash of doubt, and every unexplained heaviness in your chest finally make sense. You have spent weeks wondering if you were overthinking or if you were simply being too sensitive, but I am here to tell you that what you felt was spiritual intelligence in its purest form. Your soul was picking up on the shift in the spiritual atmosphere long before your mind could find the words to describe it. This discomfort was a gift from the highest, a warning system designed to keep you from falling into a trap that was being set in the shadows. The moment they stepped behind your back, their intentions changed, and that change sent a shockwave through the spiritual realm. Even the angels paused to look at the fracture being created in your path, and today that wave has reached your shore. God waited for you to grow in strength and wisdom so that when this truth finally arrived, it wouldn't break you, but instead it would become the foundation upon which you rise. You are inches away from a revelation that connects every doubt you ever pushed aside and every instinct you ever ignored. They thought they covered their tracks with perfection, but the divine light is now exposing every detail they tried to bury. This is the moment where the truth stops being a shadow and starts becoming a weapon of your own empowerment. What they hid from you was not small or harmless. It was a deliberate step taken with the belief that you would remain blind to the reality of the situation. But heaven refused to let you stay in the dark. Your path was almost shifted into a direction that was never meant for you, but the divine intervened to bring you back to the center of your destiny. Stay until the end, for the next moment brings the shock they never imagined you would uncover. The exact turning point where everything they tried to hide is revealed in full, undeniable clarity. The light of heaven is now shining directly upon the shadows that have tried to inhabit your life, and the brightness is becoming too intense for any lie to remain standing. I, Archangel Michael, am standing beside you in this very moment, watching as the scales begin to fall from your eyes and the truth begins to take its rightful place in your heart. You are moving through a divine transition where the secrets of the earthly realm are being laid bare before the wisdom of the spiritual realm. The person who thought they could operate in total secrecy, shielded by your kindness and your unwavering faith in them, is finding that their shield has vanished. God has removed the veil because you have finished the lesson that this season of silence was meant to teach you. Stay until the end of this message, because the weight of what I am about to reveal next is the key to unlocking the cage you didn't even know you were in. You have felt a strange lingering exhaustion, a fatigue that sleep could not fix and that rest could not reach. This was not a physical ailment. It was your spirit working overtime to process the dissonance between the words you were being told and the energy that was actually being directed toward you. The betrayal of trust creates a rift in the spiritual atmosphere, and you have been walking through that rift, trying to keep your balance while the ground beneath you was being shifted by someone else's hidden hand. If you are ready to let go of the heaviness and step into the total clarity, thank you that heaven is providing. I invite you to subscribe to this channel and join our community of seekers. And please leave a comment with the words, "I am protected," to anchor this divine shield around your soul. Your engagement is a physical act of spiritual agreement, signaling to the universe that you are no longer willing to live in the dark. Something huge is waiting just beyond this revelation. A blessing so immense that it required the total removal of any person or influence that was operating in bad faith. The clearing of your path is not a punishment for your misplaced trust. It is the grand preparation for your ultimate elevation. The person you trusted believed that because you are a person of light, you would be naturally blind to the movements of the dark. They mistook your grace for weakness and your patience for a lack of perception. But they forgot that the light does not just shine, it exposes. I saw the moment their actions crossed a double line, one in the physical world and one in the spiritual court. I saw the moment heaven decided that you had endured enough of the confusion and that the time for your awakening had finally arrived. This message did not find you by accident. It was guided and timed with surgical precision to reach you at the exact second your spirit was most open to receiving the truth without being shattered by it. Do not skip a single word of this, for the shift is happening even as you read. The energy of betrayal is being replaced by the energy of divine justice. You are being shown the reality of your situation so that you can reclaim the power you unknowingly surrendered to someone who didn't deserve it. The silence you couldn't explain, the sudden distances that made no sense, and the moments where you felt like a stranger in your own life all lead back to the choice this person made. They walked a path of deception, belie. They were clever enough to outrun the consequences, but the divine timing has caught up to them. Stay until the end, for we are approaching the final reveal that will explain the why behind every how that has haunted your mind. The truth heaven wanted you to know is that what was done behind your back was never meant to break you, though it may feel heavy right now. It was allowed by the divine, so that you could finally wake up to the reality of those standing around you. You cannot walk into a season of high authority and great abundance while tethered to someone who does not value your soul. God is performing a spiritual surgery, removing the cancer of deceit so that your destiny can breathe freely again. You are about to see this person in a way you never have before, not with anger, but with the cold, clear eyes of truth. The illusion is shattering, and as it breaks, you will feel a sudden rush of energy returning to your own body. This is your life force coming back to you, no longer being drained by the effort of maintaining a relationship built on a hidden foundation. Something huge is coming, a breakthrough that could only arrive once the truth was spoken aloud. You are being freed from a cycle of doubt that was never yours to carry, and as you move forward, the divine light will be your only guide. The heavens are not just revealing a secret, they are initiating a rescue. You are being pulled out of a sinking ship before you even realize there was a hole in the hull. This is the mercy of God in action, the fierce protection of an archangel who refuses to let a chosen child stay lost in a maze of someone else's making. Every second you stay with this message, the stronger your spiritual armor becomes. You are being prepared for a confrontation with reality that will result in your ultimate peace. Do not blink and do not turn away for the final piece of the puzzle is about to fall into place. The shift you are feeling in your chest is the breaking of the final chain. You are seconds away from understanding the full scope of the protection that has been surrounding you, even when you felt most alone. The truth is not your enemy, it is your deliverer. As the final layer of this secret is peeled away, you will stand in the center of your own life, fully aware, fully protected, and ready to receive the massive blessing that has been waiting for this moment of total honesty. This is the final and most critical threshold of the revelation I, Archangel Michael, have been commanded to bring to your soul today. We have reached the moment where the shadows must fully retreat because the light of divine justice has become too bright for any lie to exist within your atmosphere. You are standing at the very end of a long, confusing cycle, and the truth you are about to fully internalize is the final key that unlocks the heavy gates of your next season. Do not turn away and do not skip these final words, for the resolution of this entire spiritual conflict is being delivered into your hands right now. Every second you have spent waiting for this clarity was a second spent in divine protection, and now that protection is manifesting as total liberation. The person you trusted, the one who moved in the dark while you walked in the light, believed that their secret was their power. They thought that by keeping you in the dark, they could control the narrative of your life and keep you tethered to a version of reality that served them but drained you. But they forgot one eternal truth. Nothing is hidden from the eyes of the Creator, and no weapon formed in the silence of a secret can prosper against a child of the Most High. What they did behind your back was a calculated attempt to redirect your destiny, but God used their by betrayal as a shortcut to your breakthrough. They intended to delay you, but heaven is using this moment to accelerate you far beyond where you would have been had they remained loyal. If you can feel the chains of deception falling off your spirit in this very second, I urge you to subscribe to this channel and join our family of faith. And please leave a comment with the words, "I am victorious," to seal this message in the physical realm. Your engagement is not just a digital action, it is a spiritual declaration that you side with the truth and that you are ready to walk in the authority that has been restored to you. Something huge is no longer just a promise on the horizon. It is an active force moving through your finances, your health, and your relationships as the debris of this betrayal is cleared away. The space that was once occupied by a false connection is now being filled with the raw, unfiltered power of divine favor. You may have wondered why God allowed your heart to be vulnerable to someone who would eventually act against you, but the answer is finally being revealed. You are entering a season of such high authority and such immense blessing that you could not afford to have a leak in your foundation. If this person had stayed close to you while carrying hidden intentions, they would have been a parasite to the massive harvest that is currently arriving in your life. God allowed the exposure now to ensure that when your greatest breakthrough hits, you are surrounded only by those whose spirits are in total alignment with your light. This was not a loss. It was a divine pruning, clearing the way for a growth so explosive that it will shock everyone who ever doubted your resilience. The heaviness you felt in your chest is lifting because the spiritual weight of their secret is no longer yours to carry. You are being given back the energy you spent trying to make sense of their inconsistencies. In the next 24 to 48 hours, a sign will appear in your physical world, a sign so clear and so undeniably tied to this revelation that you will have no choice but to fall to your knees in gratitude. It might be a sudden confession, a discovered message, or a shift in the atmosphere that makes the truth impossible to ignore. When it happens, do not be afraid and do not let your heart be troubled, for the archangels are standing guard around your peace. The person who underestimated you is about to realize that they didn't just move against a person. They moved against a destiny protected by heaven itself. They will watch from a distance as you rise with a glow that they can no longer reach. The doors that were closed by their hidden influence are now being ripped open by divine command. You are moving from a place of being managed by the opinions and secrets of others into a place of total self-sovereignty under God's grace. This is the hour of your vindication, the moment where your reputation is restored and your path is made straight and shining. Stay until the final second of this connection, for the blessing that follows this truth is the largest you have ever received. You have been tested by the silence and tried by the shadows, and you have come out with your faith intact. The divine realm is now releasing a double portion for every moment of confusion you endured. Where there was a secret plan to harm you, there is now a public plan to honor you. Where there was a hidden move to block you, there is now a supernatural bridge to carry you over the obstacle. You are no longer the victim of a secret, you are the victor of a revelation. Take one final deep breath and feel the atmosphere of your home shifting. The frequency of deception has been replaced by the frequency of truth. I, Archangel Michael, leave you with this assurance. The truth has set you free, and that freedom is the foundation for a miracle that will change the name of your family forever. Your eyes are open, Your heart is shielded and your path is clear. Walk forward with the confidence of one who knows that heaven has their back. The secret is out, the mask is off, and your greatest season has just begun. Amen.